Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott is furious at schools in his state of Texas because according to a letter that he sent to the Texas Association of School Boards, these schools are apparently stocking their libraries with pornography that children then, of course, have easy access to because it's in their school's library. And Abbott wants answers. So again, he sent this letter to the Texas Association of School Boards and said, what the hell? Can you please check your libraries, make sure you don't have any porn in there because the kids are getting porn. Well, there's a couple problems with Mr. Abbott's letter here. First and foremost, he doesn't provide any evidence. He just says that, there's kids that are concerned. Kids are worried about the porn in the libraries. Sure, that totally sounds real. But he didn't provide any evidence. There's no kids that came forward and said, yes, here's the pornography I got out of the library. So, total lack of evidence. The second problem is that, as I mentioned, the letter went to the Texas Association of School Boards, and they're confused because they're not the group this letter should have been sent to. Let me read this. A spokesman for the Texas Association of School Boards said the organization is, quote, confused about the letter since they have, quote, no regulatory authority over school districts and don't set any standards for library books. Instead, this should have gone to the State Board of Education. But he said, I didn't send it to the State Board of Education because they have no control over school districts, so I got to send it to the school districts, and they're like, we have no jurisdiction over this. We don't know what you're talking about. And most importantly, there's no evidence that schools in Texas have libraries that are overstocked with pornography. What is most likely happening, however, is that recently the state of Texas, and you had, this was Texas Representative Matt Krause, sent a letter to the Texas Education Agency that included a list of 850 books, demanding schools share how many copies of each book they have and how much money they spent to obtain the books. And most of the books on this list of 850 deal in some way with either racism or LGBTQ issues. So is that what's happening here, Greg Abbott? It's not actually pornography, and you sure as hell didn't get any actual complaints. What this is a witch hunt. What this is a right-wing redneck bastard of a governor in the state of Texas trying to claim that perfectly legitimate books that may talk about things that kids may not otherwise be exposed to, but they're real-world issues, he might try to claim that these are in fact the pornography that he is referring to in his letter. These Republicans in the state of Texas are trying to take the education system backwards. They want to protect their children from any sensitive material that may not jive with what they're taught at home, that may challenge their worldviews, that may, for the love of God, actually teach them that all people are created equal here in the United States. That's what Texas is worried about. They don't want their kids to be accepting of the Black community, of the Latino community, of the LGBTQ community. I have no doubt in my mind that these two issues are related. And here's why. If there was legitimately pornography being found in school libraries all across the state of Texas, there would be evidence. Because kids talk. Kids say things. Kids are very bad at keeping secrets. Somebody would have come home with something and either said something to their parents, or their parents would have found it, or they would have said, hey, oh my God, John was in the library the other day and he found a Playboy. There'd be a massive uproar about this, instead of just a governor sending a letter to the wrong state agency saying, hey, take a look at this. I've heard things. No, it didn't happen. The Texas governor is on a witch hunt, and I'm guaranteeing you folks, this is my opinion, but I'm pretty damn sure about it, that he is trying to get these books that offer a glimpse into a world beyond the white, secluded one these people live in And he wants to claim that those are somehow pornographic so he can get them banned from Texas's public schools.